All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful... I honestly don't know what day it is, guys. I have no idea. And you know what else? I don't even care. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. I pray sincerely that you and your family are blessed in many ways, as Bitcoin is at the doorway to a massive, massive move, and we are going to witness it together, as today we're going to watch New York open. And if we take a look at the calendar on forexfactory.com, let's go ahead and get a little refresh up in here. Hang on, this is the wrong date. Hang on, what the heck is going on? Sorry, I had voices talking to me out of my pocket here. All right, let's see. We do have, if I'm not mistaken, we do have a little news event coming after New York Open. Let's just double check right here. I think we have a little bit of some news. Yeah, we do have PMI coming out, all right? PMI, 9:45 to 10, that's about 15 to 20 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes after New York opens, all right? Now, remember, the Bitcoin price is coming down to a very, very key zone of support. We're currently pressed against a very key zone of resistance, which simply is the support-resistance flip. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that it was resistance, big break, support, bounce, and then a lost back test as resistance, and now it's resistance right here. The resistance is coming up. If we get above the level, we will see a big pump to the upside. Jason, how can you say such a thing? Jason, how can you say such a thing? Come on, we've been bearish past 2 weeks, Jason. Why you think now we go up? Okay, trend is your friend. I'll tell you why, guys. If we take a quick little look here at Market Cipher B, what do you see on the 2-day? Oh man, this is juicy. All right, when I see this, guys, I'll be honest with you, the adrenaline starts pumping. And I can't tell if it's because I've been drinking so much coffee. I can't even hold still. I'm spilling my coffee everywhere. You can see the coffee spilling. Okay? But this literally, I've got more adrenaline than the time I was running away from the cops, because I was trading and driving. All right, they were trying to get me. I was trading and driving because you know they put TVs in the new cars. You know, they're just trying to get us used to the whole self-driving car. The car does everything for me already. I don't know why I got in trouble for this. I mean, literally, the car will brake for me if I'm about to hit somebody. It will push me back in the lane if I get out of the lane. I got it on cruise control. I don't need to use the steering wheel. I don't need to use the gas pedal. I don't need to use anything. But the adrenaline is pumping now. Because if we take a look at the 2-day time frame here, you can see that we are indeed printing a juicy continuation pattern, which is this. You know, we came down to the support. We got the good old-fashioned big left momentum wave, skinny right momentum wave, known as the uneven butt cheek pattern, big and juicy on the left, skinny on the right. Then we get a big move to the upside. Bam! We get a back test into $100,000. As we get the back test into 100,000 key support resistance flip, we are printing a trigger wave on the 2-day. The trigger wave means continued upside. We get continued upside. Now we're coming back down for another higher low into none other than the Fibonacci 618. All right, now as we're seeing this, we are seeing the momentum now getting lower as the price is making a higher low. Now, I know this can be confusing for some people, all right? And because this is confusing for a lot of people, it actually gives me a lot of leeway as an internet analyst, right? Because I could just spew nonsense out of my mouth and people think I'm smart, right? Yeah, of course, now we got lower momentum, a hidden bull stuff, blah, 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 blah. Man, that guy must be pretty dang smart, right? I mean, I don't blame you for thinking I'm smart. I mean, look at me. You know? Just look at me. I do look pretty smart. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, right? But in all seriousness, because really, guys, this is the most serious YouTube internet crypto stream out there in the world. This actually is a quite bullish pattern here. on the 2-day time frame. And I believe that this has enough juice in the juice box to, if we get above this green line here, this green line, 111842, we could see a pretty significant move back to the top of the range, the sideways range. Oh man, that's crazy. Jason, you mean Bitcoin is just like bouncing from support and rejecting from resistance most of the time? Yeah, that's what I mean, man. All right. Now, would I be feeling this bullish right now if the 2-day wasn't printing this juicy green dot, hidden bullish divergence? No. All right. And if the daily hadn't already given us a nice hidden bullish divergence, I would not be this bullish. Okay. But as we're coming down to support and we're seeing bullish signs printing, I have to say, I expect more upside. Okay. Now we're going to get into some different possibilities. All right. It's all about the possibilities. Now, I do have to say this, look, are there problems with this low? Yes. Right out the gate, let me just say, I am feeling bullish, even in the event of another massive move down. I would actually still be bullish, unless things look drastically different on the oscillator. But if, let's say, all of a sudden, boom, right now we were down here, maybe not down there, but let's just say, like, all of a sudden, I blink my eyes, I come to the chart, I would absolutely be looking to long it, okay? Because right now, if we do that, what would Market Cipher B be looking like? If we do that, what would Market Cipher B be looking like? All right, it's all about the repetitive consonantal sounds with the similar vowels after. It would be looking like this, all right? We would be seeing the money flow crossing from the purple into the blue, and we would be seeing a juicy 1, 2, 3, the tricheecular formation, the triple butt cheek. All right, we have a, sometimes you have a genetic mutation which leads to 3 butt cheeks. All right, a tricheecular formation we call it. In the Latin it's called pseudo-buttholicus, which basically, if you translate that literally to English, means fake butthole, because you would assume that the butthole would be here, and you got the left cheek and then the right cheek. But, and here's the thing, like, we're keeping it, we're not trying to, look, I'm not a butthole inspector. Let's just put it that way, guys, okay? So I'm not even looking down there, because I don't even want to see that. But if we do, that's why if we get another low, then we can assume, pseudocus buttholicus, we must have had a case of pseudocus buttholicus, and now we can assume that the real cheek that we're looking for is going to be this one here. Okay? Now, look, I'm trying to keep things very professional and scientific here. I'm using the Latin terms for things. I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea here. But I do think things are looking kind of nice, all right? Now, guys, we are going to be giving away $500 during this live stream, all right? $500, all right? We're going to be doing it courtesy of BLOFIN, all right? Courtesy of BLOFIN. BLOFIN, guys, if you sign up for BLOFIN, you can get 10% cash back for everything you deposit, up to $1,000 future bonus, and they are giving you a discount on fees as well if you use my link. Plus, you could win a chair. Okay? Who wouldn't want a chair? Who would not want a chair? Or a camera? In fact, if I won these prizes, do you know what I would do? I would sit in my chair and take pictures all day. I mean, but forget about that, because they're giving away $500 today. All you need to do is sign up using the link in the pinned comment of the live stream. All right, it's right over here, the pinned comment, and once you sign up, that's it. You're automatically ready to win. All right. So also, I'm trading on KCEX. KCEX. I know it's a crazy name for an exchange. I couldn't believe it myself, but I do enjoy the exchange. It has very, 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 very low fees. Link in the description. I'm also trading on WEEX, which also has low fees. WEEX is a decent platform. Honestly, WEEX, y'all gotta step it up. I'm gonna be honest, all right? I do like trading on WEEX, but the platform's a little clunky, all right, WEEX? It's a little bit clunky, Weeks. I mean, come on, man. Come on, in this day and age. If KCEX can be so dang smooth. But nah, I still like Weeks. I do like Weeks. But to be real, the platform's a little clunky here. We need to fix it, but the fees are low. All right, the fees are low. All right. So, I'm still in that short trade from, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. We've been giving the juicy longs along the way up. We longed 111649. Setup was given like in the moment, letting people know I've taken the trade, locking in those juicy profits, and then also letting people know about the long from pretty much the exact low, and then flipping short on August 24th, letting everyone know, look, I don't think this looks pretty good, so I'm taking a short trade for this reason. And so I did take a short trade here, and we're hedging ourselves here. All right, we're kind of just hedging. I've been in the short for a while, right? Basically, from this bounce that we took here, from this bounce, we get to move up, and we longed it from the exact bottom. We made a juicy profit. Man, I should have taken more profit. I didn't take as much profit as I should have. I was up $11,000. I think I took like less than half of that out. But look, the screenshot looks cool. I mean, come on, it's not about actually making money. It's about taking a good screenshot for the internet, right? Well, anyway, then we flipped short, so we're still in the short trade. And then, of course, currently we're long from the very key level, the trade setup that we've been looking for in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. And, when we were coming down towards that very key $107.2 thousand level, we were saying, look, the 4 hour looks like that next big drop could be the one, baby. All right? So that's where we're currently at right now. New York has just opened about 10 minutes ago, and we are currently waiting for a big move. Now, I do want to point out a few interesting things on the chart as we're waiting for a big move. First of all, I got to give a major shout out to Andrew Yakovokovich. He says, happy non-farm week, Jason. He says, blessings to you and the family. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Ain't that the truth, man? No, honestly, especially if you're a farmer like myself. I mean, you got to plant the seeds, you got to weed the garden, you got to harvest the crops. Let me tell you, man, harvesting crops, that's a big, huge job, man. Processing it all, man. We've been chopping up butternut squash, making soup and canning it and putting it in the freezer and even dehydrating it. We got all these melons. We put our melons in the dehydrator over here, guys. I know it sounds crazy, but if you never had dehydrated watermelon chips, you're missing out. The seeds are actually a joy to eat. I mean, you Americans are so used to your seedless watermelons, those infertile. I call them the gay watermelons. All right, because they're infertile. All right, you can't make a baby watermelon when there's no seed. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta grow watermelons with seeds. Hang on, I need another sip of coffee here. The nerves. And everyone hates watermelon seeds, right? But if you dehydrate those watermelons, let me tell you, those seeds turn into a crispy, crunchy snack of delight. A crispy, crunchy snack of delight, man. They're nice and soft and brittle. And the watermelon's so sweet. Now look at this here. We are coming down right now to a potential liquidity grab here. As New York is opening, we have ourselves this local sideways range. I consider that this is a local sideways range here. And also, if we go ahead and pull our Fibonacci from the low to the high, we're potentially coming down into a zone where we could see the good old-fashioned New York dump and pump. All right? So this is the first place I'd actually be watching for a bounce locally right now, because we can even kind of see here, like on our 24-minute time frame, on our 12-minute time frame, even on our 6-minute time frame, money flow getting much higher here. We need a flash crash and then a quick reclaim, and we could actually see the price now pump up above our key level towards $115,000, man. So let's see what happens as New York opens. I do want to take a look at the money flow, and I also do want to take a look at Ethereum here. I'm using Market Monkey, guys. It's actually a really nice order flow platform. Much better than ExoCharts. Has a lot more options. You can even draw on it. Let's go ahead and load it up here. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens here. We do have some shorts opening up immediately. Shorts are opening up, and you know, sadly, we don't have many like orders down here. Actually, we don't really have any, to be honest with you. So maybe we won't get our bounce from there. We'll kind of have to wait and see. Let's inspect this. Let's go to a higher time frame. Let's go to the 15-minute chart and just kind of take a look here. I said let's go to the 15-minute chart. Come on, Market Monkey. It's probably my internet connection, guys. I don't have Starlink out here. Come on. Just make me look like a fool on the internet again. Man, I hate looking like a fool on the internet. I hate looking like a fool on the internet. Alright. This is obviously not loading. What the heck? WTH, man. Alright. Let's give it another shot. Oh, man. Wow. Wow, look at that wick. We just got a wick. A quick wick. Alright, here we go. 15-minute time frame. Let's load my thing here. Alright, I've got some issues going on. Alright, let's check it out. So we have about 3.8 million longs opening up right here. I'm sorry, 3.8 million shorts. Let's see what happens if we come and take this low right here. You know, let's see if we come and take the low at around 110,000, give or take. You know, we've got that box. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Actually, let's go ahead and pull a local fib. Could this be the bounce? It's very rare that the bounce happens this early, guys. But technically speaking, from the low that we've already made down here, we are at the Fibonacci golden pocket. It's very rare that when New York opens, the moment we open, we get the move. It usually takes some time. It usually takes maybe from half an hour to 2 hours is usually when you're going to get that move. But this could be a nice trigger wave here, you know. We are bouncing from the local golden pocket, 786 en español. Let's go ahead and pop that on the chart. Ooh, bouncing from the 786 to the dollar, man. Okay. Wow, that's nice. All right, so we're getting a little bit of a bounce here. You know, I'd say low chance that this could be the bottom here. I'd say better chance that we just wreck everybody. But what do I know? Just a fool on the treadmill. Shout out to Joss. He says, let's go pump, pump, pump. Shout out to Micronova. You mean we got a quick? Shout out to OT. I caught some salmon last week in Columbia River as well. That's what's up, man. I love going salmon fishing, mostly because I do enjoy eating salmon. Alright, I'm sorry if that offends you, but I do enjoy it. Alright, and also catching the fish is quite fun, right? It is quite fun. You know, when you get a fish on the line and you gotta walk down the river for 25 miles, you don't know if you're gonna get it, you finally get it in. You know? Shout out to Preparing for War. He says, gotta run a kiddo to school. Don't let the market pump without me. Okay, we got you, Preparing for War. Bernardo would rather hear about Ethereum than about a gay watermelon. Okay. Well, speaking of that, Andrew, did I nail the last name? I'm sorry, bro. I'm really not good at speaking the English language. But thank you so much for the super chat. And shout out to Crypto Tom. He says, even the hourly is set to pump, baby. Yeah, let's see what happens here. They get a cup of Joe and poop. Then buy, sell, says Jay Schlongen. Cool, man. Can we check ETH? Yeah, let's check a little bit of Ethereum here. All right, I am going to set an alert in case we start to dump more. Let's check on Ethereum. Okay, here we go, guys. Ethereum, I do want to start also on our daily because there is a green dot flashing here. At least there was. Okay, there is. We've got a green dot flashing on Ethereum here, and I have to be the guy to say it. All right. This, technically speaking here, is a hidden bull div. If this is our higher low, if the higher low is in, we are clearly seeing the momentum getting lower, so that's a hidden bull div. And also, if we go to our 2-day time frame, not the best, but, you know, we're not at a hope yet. Let's go to our 12-hour here on ETH. Okay, the 12-hour doesn't look so bad, actually. We've definitely got the... The 12-hour looks a little bit ambiguous. Let's check out our 4-hour. Okay, Bitcoin's taking a little bit more of a dump here. So the 4-hour actually looks pretty nice. The 4-hour really looks like if we get another drop down below Monday's low, that would look really nice, just like it would for Bitcoin. Bitcoin definitely looks more bullish to me than ETH right now. Bitcoin definitely looks more bullish to me than ETH. Let's check a look at the range here. Yeah, I mean, wow. So, value area low coming in at 4173.82. If we get a big dump down back to the low of this area, that actually looks pretty nice to me for a bounce. Let's check the volume of this little range. Okay. Yeah, alright, so Bitcoin, ETH, right now, locally, both taking a little bit of a dump. Alright, we're going to take a look back at the order flow. Okay, so wow. So Bitcoin has taken that low already. That's crazy. Okay, that is crazy. Hang on. Wow, we've taken a low, but we front-run that. We front-run that level just a little bit. Oh my goodness, we front-ran. Okay. All right, maybe we come down for a little bit lower. I actually kind of hope we do. I hope this isn't it, right? But this could really be it. We've got ourselves the bullish div, the bullish div on the 24. Yeah, it's looking pretty good right now, to be honest with you. It's looking pretty good. All right. All right. This could be a bounce here, guys. This could be a legitimate bounce. Dang. I was hoping for a little bit lower. And looks like I missed my entry on that one, man. I mean, technically I didn't miss my entry. That does look pretty good, to be honest with you. Let's go to a very low time frame real quick. Who the heck is giving me a thumbs down? Just because my wife is texting me and Bitcoin's moving and I'm not telling you what to do here? Is that why you're giving me a thumbs down? Look, the guy's got to do what the guy's got to do, man. My wife's texting me. You know how it is. What's more important, your family? What's more important? All right, let's check out what happened here on Market Monkey. Wow, we had a bunch of shorts opening up at that low. That's nuts. 34 million shorts into the low. Let's see what happens. All right. Let's see what happens. Maybe we get another drop. All right, who we got in the chat? Does Jason Casper use a hardware wallet? Nah, Jason Casper never uses a hardware wallet. Your grandma's about to get liquidated. What the heck? Jameson, what the heck? Probably 105 and then bounce. So 105 and then bounce is actually a very key level. All right, we have 5 minutes until this news. Apparently, we've already had some news, actually. Let's check out some of the news. Okay, so it was lower than expected. Okay, that's good. So we have the I mean, that is good for crypto here. We have the PPI final services and lower than expected here. They were expecting it to be 55.3. It's 54.5. And then we have 4 minutes until the ISM services PMI. So if it's lower than expected, that's good for risk assets like the dollar. I'm sorry, like the Bitcoin. Okay, like the Bitcoin. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen here. And again, I think we could get a bounce from around this area. If we don't, well, we could come down quite a bit lower, in my opinion. Let's see what happens. Shout out to Valerie Venezuela. Crypto Tom. Look, if I did use a hardware wallet, I wouldn't be telling everybody exactly what hardware wallet I was using anyway. Shout out to Uneven Butt Cheek. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. Try signing up for BLOFIN in the Communist Republic of Canada. It's no bueno. I think you can just use a VPN, right? A virtual private network to do that. All right. Let's pop back onto the chart here. And let's take a look at Ethereum. All right, let's pop on back to the chart here. Take a look at Ethereum again. That's what we were looking at now. Okay, so let's do some high time frame analysis on ETH here, because obviously I'm super bullish on ETH. When we zoom out of this, we'll go to the weekly here. The weekly has just confirmed a red dot, but I do feel like we could play a good game of red dot, green dot here. All right, I do feel like we could play a good game of red dot, green dot here. I think as long as ETH is holding above $4,000, this is super bullish for ETH. $4,000, these highs, this is like, in my opinion, this looks like a really nice breakout. When we take a look at the monthly, I still really feel that the monthly has a lot of upside here, okay? Let's not forget, the monthly's been looking bullish since May, and we had a really big candle in June, then we had just a little doji of nothing, right? Then we had a really big candle in July, a decently big candle in August. I think there's more gas here in the gas tank for ETH. We take a look at the 2-month time frame. We've confirmed that green dot officially now, and this has a lot more room to the upside, I think. I really think this, having just confirmed this green dot, we can get a nice big push here. I think it's looking really good for a fall push. Let's check out our 2-week here. There's still room for upside on the 2-week. We could see something similar to what we saw over here back in January 2024. Let's actually check out what the month, what the weekly looked like back in January 2024. So yeah, so the weekly gave us that red dot back here in January 2024, just like the weekly's giving us the red dot now. But then we got that big push, and really, it was that that 2-week that had more room to the upside, right? Let's check out what did the monthly look like back then. I mean, the monthly had just confirmed a green dot 3 months ago, exactly the same as now, and we had more room to the upside on that monthly. So I'm thinking ETH to me is looking kind of bullish. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm not gonna lie. ETH to me is looking kind of bullish. Let's check out our hourly here. So the lower time frame is looking a bit ambiguous here, okay? I'd say that the best setup for ETH would have to be, like the best place to long, assuming the bullishness of all this, would have to be around the Fibonacci golden pocket, would have to be coming back to the previous range, or I'd say the current range, however you want to classify this, the value area low, just dipping below 4,000. Let's pull this from that last swing low. And let's unextend this to the right. Let's pull all of this. Yeah, I'd say just dipping a little bit below $4,000. That's going to be a really nice place because we have ourselves the perfect environment of having our high, the highs get taken. I know technically we had a low that got taken, but now I would consider this to be our low here. This is a really nice support resistance flip. So this would be our sideways range. And we would honestly, we'd wait for a move back down. And this obviously would probably most likely bring Bitcoin down quite a bit lower too. But if that happens, guys, remember, I still am feeling bullish on Bitcoin, even in the event of another big low coming in. Like, even in the event of a low coming back down below 107, I feel that, you know, that could look pretty nice. That could look pretty nice. Extremely nice, especially on the 4-hour. All right, let's take a look at the news. So, all right, it's, oof. Not good news, guys. This is actually really bearish. Not really bearish, but this is bearish news for Bitcoin right now. All right, so we do have a bearish news here. I mean, on paper, it's bearish because they were expecting 50.9, but it's 52, which means basically, it's how much money people are paying for their stuff. You know, the producer, or whatever the heck this is. I don't know. I think it has to do with how much businesses are paying for stuff. But again, I'm just an idiot on a treadmill. But the fact that it's higher than they expected is on paper bearish for Bitcoin and risk assets. Let's check out what the stock market is doing in having gotten this news here. A little bit of a move to the downside. Nothing too crazy. I know you guys can't see it. Let's pop it on now. We'll pop it on now. Shout out to Tony Punch Aether Media. Oof! Alright, now the stock market's getting a little bit of a... Ooh, man. Oh. Oof! This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Alright. We had a little bit of bullish news. Now we got some bearish news. Okay, let's see if the stock market's going to hold. Let's see if Bitcoin's going to hold here. Looks like Bitcoin also taking a massive dump here. Money flow coming out. It's not looking the best, okay? Oof, it's looking horrible. Now I'm scared. Now I really am scared. But here's the thing. We will wait until this area is lost before we lose hope. Alright? That's how I'm looking at this. I'm going to wait until this area is lost before I lose hope. Alright, we're coming down to it. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if we don't get a bounce. This is going to be our box of hope. Our box of hope right here, man. You know, last time we had a box of hope on the chart. Here we go. This is a key box. This is a very key box. Money flow doesn't look the best right now on the 1 minute. This is a very key box. We lose the box, opens the doorway to much more downside in my opinion. Alright, let's wait and see what's happening here. Let's take a look at them. Actually, let's take a look, yeah. At Market Monkey. It's really not a good look here. So yeah, it's not a good look here. Things are taking so long to load here. Oof. Lots of shorts opening up here. Got a lot of shorts have opened up in this candle. 15 million shorts opening up. Alright. So right now, if we want to see Bitcoin get more upside, the box needs to hold, and we need to see the actual bounce. So if we're coming to the box, now we're back above the box. That is a bounce. If we don't see it, not good. Oh man, we're at the golden pocket. Oh my goodness. Let's see what happens here, guys. It's really not looking the best. I am feeling quite scared. I am feeling quite nervous right now. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oof, this is not good, man. This is a deadly move here on Bitcoin. A deadly move. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is our last hope. This is our last hope here. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. It's our last hope. Otherwise, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't thought about it yet. I have not thought about it yet. Let's see what happens with the Bitcoin here. Come on, Bitcoin. You know, we don't really have any... We had no buy orders here, but we're trying to get a little bit of a bounce. We had some shorts opening up in this candle. All right, quite a few shorts that could be squeezed if we start to get a bounce from here. Come on, Bitcoin. We're trying to bounce from the golden pocket right now. It's not looking the best, really. Let's see. Let's see. All right, we're trying to get a move here. This is the make it or break it level. All right. I mean, I have to be honest, like, if this box gives us a bounce, this money flow is looking pretty nice. Let's see what happens. And if we start to bounce, man, we might actually get to do a pump song today. We might actually get to do a pump song if this bounce plays out for us, guys. All right. Let's see what the stock market is doing now. Also trying to get a bounce, having taken a little bit of liquidity here. Nothing too crazy, actually. Nothing too crazy. Oof. 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 Oh. Oh. 1 minute money flow looking bad, man. Oh. Let's see. How's our 5 second gonna look here? This is how you know you're a degen when you're down on the 5 second time frame. Come on, box. Man, if this box don't hold, man, we could easily come back down a lot lower. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh man, we are. Let's see. This is such a key level. Oh man. This is such a key level. It's not looking the best here, guys. It's not looking the best. Oh my goodness. All right, hang on. I've got to log in here. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. I took a long from here. And I'm really not doing well, guys. All right? I'm really not doing well. This needs to hold. All right? Otherwise, I'm about to get wrecked live on the internet right now. I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. We need more pain for the Moon Boys. Are we cooked? Guys, are we cooked? Let me know. Alright. 105.4 is key. Yeah, I guess it is key, man. Come on. I was really hoping that this would be a bounce. It was looking pretty nice, man. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. What do you guys think in the chat? Let me know. Let me know. We do need to... yeah, okay. We're gonna try and save this trade with the pump song. Okay? We're gonna have to try and save the trade with the pump song. Alright? Let's see if we can't save the trade with the pump song. Hang on. All right, this is the pump song, guaranteed to pump the Bitcoin price every single time. Sometimes it has a delayed effect. Check, 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 check. Check 1, check 2, check 3. Alright, let's see if we can save the trade with the pump song. We'll have to go down to the 1 minute so we can really feel the effect. It's not looking good, guys. I'll be honest with you. All we can do is sing the pump song. Let's go! Yeah! Here we go, baby. Yo! Yeah! Come on, baby. We gonna dump? No, we're gonna pump.
gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Let's go, 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 let's go.
All right. Oh my goodness. Oh man, it's looking bad. Oh no. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump.
We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go.
All right, guys. Oh man, we might actually get stopped out on this one. Where's the stop loss? We're about to find out. Oh my goodness. Oof. Another low. Oof. Wrecked. Wrecked. All right, guys. Wrecked. What can I say? What can I say? The pump song needs to come to an end real quick here. Hang on. All right. Now we can pump. Because I'm stopped out. Now we pump. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh man. The market maker's here to screw me over, baby. Oh man. Hang on. Let's turn off the pump song real quick. Let's turn on the regular music. Oh my goodness, man. Well, epic fail. Epic fail. Oh man. Can you imagine if we pump from here? You know what? We did wick into this key level. We did wick into this key level. Can you imagine? Oh man. Oh man. You know, that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I do need to play some country music. Did I hit my stop loss? Yes, I hit my stop loss, Crypto Tom. I always trade with a stop loss, and so should you. Alright, it's always a joke when we say that there's no stop loss. There always is a stop loss. Otherwise, you know, that $1,700 loss could turn into a $17,000 loss. Let's just put it that way. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, look, guys, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. We got market made. Can you please talk about the trade? Yeah, we came down to a key area of support. We had bullish divergence on this time frame. We had bullish divergence beautifully on this time frame. Look at the money flow getting higher here. You know, we had the 6-minute money flow looking absolutely juicy. You know? Oh, man. Oh, well. Now we wait. I don't know, actually, what I'm looking for now. I would expect that we're going to get either a bounce from here, and I've just taken a loss, or, you know, if we can't reclaim 110, 134, then we're gonna probably come much lower. So let's see where we would go if we come lower. Let's remove all this stuff here. Yeah, we'd probably come down to around 109. Let's pull this also. Yeah, we could come down to around 109.3, or we could come down to like 108.4. Honestly, 108.4 is a much nicer level, but the problem with 108.4 would be... yeah, I mean, I like 108.4 if we're going to make a higher low. If the low is in, then this is probably where a higher low will come in. If not, we're going to go searching for this. And then I'm still going to be bullish, man. So we'll see. Maybe now I just... I have to be bullish based on the chart. Like, obviously, this trade in and of itself is a scalp trade loss. But as for my high time frame bias, I'm still feeling bullish here. I'm still feeling a little bullish. Is there a dump song? There's not a dump song, man. But I would say this. Didn't I enter a short from the top? No, I didn't enter a short from the top. I did enter a short from... oh, man. I hate getting stopped out. And then when price pumps, right? That's the worst. I did take a short from around 113K. All right. So, yeah, I am in a short from around 113K. Right now, the only two Bitcoin trades I am in is number one, the short trade, and number two, the long trade. All right. So, the short, the long. All right. Those are the only two positions I am currently in right now. So, let us see what happens here. We're going back up to 111.715. That would be cool. Goes to show you that influencers don't have a clue and just guess on a bunch of indicators that lag compared to the market. Yeah, you're right, Gingeros. I mean, I'm pretty much the most upfront person here that will let you know from the get-go that I'm absolutely an idiot moron that knows nothing. But all trades are guesses, okay? I think that's... Look, all trades are guesses, okay? And here's the thing. You have to take your guesses based on your analysis. And you have to use probabilities. And you have to use elevating and deprecating factors for each trade, right? You weigh out the bullish factors or the bearish factors whenever you're taking a trade, right? And you make a plan in advance. You have to take for granted that you're right, knowing that you could be wrong. So this is why you apply things like risk management and sticking to a strategy. Because if you apply risk management and sticking to a strategy, then over time, when you're taking your guesses, you're not going to blow your account and you're actually going to be profitable, all right? And just to be fair, all right? Just to be fair, I have a pretty good guess-taking ability, right? When it comes to analysis, I'll be honest, the past few weeks have been quite difficult trading the market. But in general, I feel like I'm pretty good at my analysis. All right? I feel like I'm pretty good at my analysis. So, this one was wrong, okay? It just is what it is. But, look, and I'm very selective about the trades I take, all right? For example, you know, we come up with a plan. I let people know what I'm doing. If it's a loss, it's a loss, but a lot of times I'm pretty dang spot on with it, all right? Same with this, right? A lot of times I'm pretty dang spot on with my analysis, all right? I mean, look at this, right? I literally am having a plan. I'm letting people know in real time what I'm doing. Look at how we nailed it. I mean, look at that. All right, I'm pretty spot on. All right, even with this one. All right, letting everyone know I'm long. We nailed it. Okay, and then flipping short on August 24th because of the weakness, nailed it. All right, and then expecting the move down to 107.2 on August 26th, talking about how the next drop is going to be the 1 on the 4-hour, right? Expecting another drop down to this area. Nailed it, right? So yeah, they're all guesses, man, but here's the thing. If you do your analysis, you stick to your plan, you stick to your strategy, and you're doing it with good risk management so that you're not risking more than your 1%, 2%, whatever you risk, then for sure you're not going to blow your account. And then the probabilities are now put in your favor, right? If you have any edge in the market that gives you more than a 50-50 shot, the probabilities are now in your favor. All right. Now, I recommend check out the course. Check out the free course. All right, because I'm not an influencer here to try and trick you. I'm an influencer, if you even could consider me that, that's here to try and honestly help you, right? So check out the course, man. 18 sessions for free. And if you actually apply the information for free, all right, go to playlists, my YouTube channel, go to the free trading course. You apply the information, you're definitely not going to blow your account. Okay, you're definitely not going to blow your account. Because you can't if you're using good risk management. You might lose money, but you're not going to blow your account in 1 or 2 trades. And secondly, I'm pretty confident that if you actually learn the analysis and then apply the things here, you can be, I think anyone can actually be profitable. But yeah, all trades are guesses. Nobody knows what the market's going to do, right? But I'll tell you this, if we bounce from here, I was almost right. Let's put it that way, man, and that would suck. There's nothing worse than being almost right. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that, guys? There's nothing worse than being almost right. There's nothing worse than this. There's nothing worse than this, man. There's nothing worse than that. But it is what it is. It happens to everybody, okay? It happens to everybody. But we'll have to wait and see. All right. Only less than 1% can day trade. Yeah, I hear stuff like that. I don't know if that's true. I feel like a lot of day traders aren't actually day trading. I feel like people like gamble. I've talked to so many people who are like, yeah, I used to do that, or I do that. And I'm like, yeah, like, what's your strategy? And they like obviously they are not equipped to be profitable long-term traders. They're like, yeah, my problem is I always just, you know, I let my losses run too long, and I don't let my wins run long enough, and they're not really doing much analysis. So I've met a lot of people, because when I tell people I trade, I get a lot of people that say, oh, I do too, or oh, I used to do that too. And I'm like, oh, really? Like, you know, tell me about your strategy. And they're like, well, you know, they don't have one. Really, it turns out they don't have one, and they're not really applying risk management. It's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's true. Like, I can't think of anybody I've met in real life who says that they trade who actually is doing it in a way that is sustainable. I cannot think of a single one, because I know I'm thinking right now of people that I've met recently, 4 of them actually, who told me that they were day trading, and it's like, man, you guys, I mean, you're literally just gambling. Okay, cool. All right. Why does the month of September usually dump? I mean, for the past 2 years, the month of September is not, has been bullish, right? For the past 2 months, the month of September has been bullish. Just re-enter Revenge for Life. I cannot re-enter here, Tony. I'm sorry, man. I cannot re-enter right now. I'm gonna have to wait for another kind of setup here. Let's check out order flow quick once again. Man, I don't know. I'm hoping that this is my internet, not Market Monkey. Wow. So we have some slight bullish CVD here. It's not really looking the best, to be honest with you. But it could happen. We do have quite a few shorts opening that could start to squeeze us. 64 million shorts. We have, let's see, like about 100 million shorts that have opened up in this one candlestick here. So if we're trading above 110.4, we have 100 million shorts underwater, in which case we could see the move. We could see the move back up. So let's put a line. I mean, this is where we have over 100 million shorts trapped here. Let's see where the daily VWAP is today. Man, it would be hard to trade it, honestly, because we need to get a pretty big move up, and then our first resistance would be the VWAP. Yeah, it would really suck if we do bounce from here, just based on me getting wicked out by a few bucks. That would really suck. That would suck. But it happens, man. It does happen. Is it too obvious that they dropped the price to 106.8? I don't know. I don't know. Why 106.8? I don't think that's too obvious, but I do think if we're going to dip down, we could come a bit lower. Yeah, I mean, so for me, I'm going to stop being bullish. I'm going to stop looking for a break to new all-time highs if this box here is lost. All right, this is pretty much my invalidation for my bullish idea of this being a breakout, a back test. You know, let's see. We make one more low. That's going to be my invalidation. All right, the stock market's bouncing, says somebody. Let's check it out. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, this is the 3 hour. Yeah, the stock market is bouncing. Oh, man, I would hate to be almost right on this one, man. That would suck. But look, it is what it is, man. Oh, you know, the 6 minute does look really nice. Let's be honest here. 6 minutes looking really nice. We got to be honest. Man, that's a bummer. Let me see something here. Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. Man, I would hate to pump here, guys, but it might happen. It might happen. At least I'm still in a long trade, right? At least I'm still in a long. We need more juice to move up. Alt season starts next week. So close, yet so far. Yeah, for sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. Alrighty. Man, God bless you guys. We are going to do a $500 giveaway courtesy of BLOFIN, alright? We're going to do a $500 giveaway. Alright, so as it says in the pinned comment, and I hope you guys listened, otherwise you might not have time to enter the giveaway, but to enter the $500 giveaway, you have to use the link in the pinned chat. And we're going to have 5 winners, each getting $100 And the way you enter is you need your BLOFIN user ID, all right? So sign up for BLOFIN using my link, take your user ID, and I want you guys to just spam the chat with your user ID. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count down from 10, and then I'm gonna start to take a screenshot, and whoever is the first person to have their user ID there when we count down from 10 will be our first winner, and then every consecutive ID after that will get $100 dropped right into the account for trading, all right? So we got the user IDs coming in. All right, so let's see. Here we go. Guys ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We have our screenshot here. So it's Moving Top. Shout out to Moving Top here. Moving Top. Crypto Incognito. Matt Yee. Goosebumps. And Goosebumps and Flip a Frank. All right, these are our 5 winners here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and send that on over to BLOFIN. Send it over right now. And congratulations to our winners. You guys are gonna have $500 dropped into your account. Or I'm sorry, you'll have $100 dropped in. 5 of you will have $100 dropped in. All right, cool. Bitcoin pumping, guys. Oh man, not a good feeling, you know. It's really not a good feeling at all. It's not a good feeling, guys. It's not a good feeling at all. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do? All right, God bless everybody. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna head out. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell, and I'll see everybody next time. Peace.